What's going on, y'all? So this is my very first video on this type of topic. I know we got a trend going on now with a lot of YouTubers and podcasts and people giving their opinion on mental health and, the betterment and, quality of life, etc. And I want to salute everybody that's taking the time and effort to do that, to help people out, especially, nowadays, and, getting connected, because it can be very useful if people use it in that manner. So, shout out to y'all. Y'all keep doing the damn thing. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. This is my first rodeo, but this might be my only video, or I might do a few after this. We'll see. But lately I've had a few friends to kind of, suggest, hey, why don't you put some information out there about what stuff we talk about. And these things I've been talking about for years, and some things I'm going to talk about, I implement to my own lifestyle. So hopefully you can take something from it. It can be to use and incorporate into your own lifestyle, and it help better your situation. So we'll get right into it. It's the title, Bit by Bit. It sounds simple, but for a lot of people, it's a complicated thing, man. You know as well as I know, people are in systems where, it distracts a lot of people from even, working on things that kind of better their weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, and before I say anything now, I'm going to give a damn disclaimer. I'm no psychologist. I ain't no health specialist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no health practice or nothing like that. So I don't want no doctors to be like, there he is, get his ass. So it ain't like that over here. So I want to make that clear. I've always had an interest in medicine and, psychological therapy and stuff like that, So I always had a little personal passion for it. But anyway, getting back to it bit by bit. So I'm going to give the example of Burger King. Like somebody eat Burger King every day, regardless of how that damn Whopper tastes. We know that it's unhealthy, both short term and long term. So a lot of times when people have habits or addictions, or whatever we want to call it, it stems from some kind of background. It could be coming from some kind of trauma, whether it might seem something just, small or big or whatever. It's not irrelevant. It's there, whether it's coming from emotional eating or stress from the workplace, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be domestic situations, or it can be some habit that a person that had ever since their childhood, because that stemmed from some kind of trauma of abuse. It could be infinite reasons why people have habits. We all can relate to it. We all been there to some kind of degree, whether it, seem irrelevant or relevant. But the whole point is tackling it, dealing with it, you know what I'm saying? Taking accountability. And that's one of the most challenging things for anybody to do, because it's not a casual conversation. You don't talk at the workplace about, hey man, this is why I do this. This is why I've done this, because this happened in my childhood, or this happened to my dad, or this happened to my cousin that I saw, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't feel as confident because this and that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a lot of pride in that, and rightfully so, because a lot of stuff is private and you gotta tell all your business. But, how many people have somebody really to talk to about the nitty gritty rather than, the surface casual conversation? Even your best friend, even your spouse. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people like to shy away from, some of that challenging talk. And it can be just that challenging, So a lot of times it's just practicing certain things. And I'm going to get back to the Burger King example. So somebody eating Burger King every day out the week, right? My suggestion is that they eat it every day still, but pick one day out the week where you don't eat it. When you do that, substitute that with something. Activity and better food. Stay with me. You eat Burger King every day. Pick a day randomly throughout that week, at least one day. You don't have to plan it, because a lot of times psychologically what we tend to do when we plan that day, we dread it. Or we have resentment building up to it. Oh man, I'm gonna eat Burger King. It's Monday. I'm gonna pick Thursday. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you trying to get it all in. Like it's your last party, because Thursday, you don't want to see that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So randomly just pick a day. If you're on a Wednesday and then tomorrow you decide to do it, cool. Or Friday or whatever. It helps you ease into that routine. Now, I know it sounds bogus me saying that still eat Burger King 6 days a week and only have one day, because we got to be realistic. A lot of people don't have that mental strength, to go cold turkey. And that's probably 90% of people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand too that a lot of things that people have habits to, or some kind of form of addiction, is chemical based too. We all know what's in a lot of the processed food, fast food. I ain't gonna put them on blast, but we know it's a little bit more to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's been in somebody's system for a long time. It deals with you psychologically and physically. So to say I'm gonna go cold turkey like that can be unhealthy sometimes. So 6 days a week, still eat it. Don't deprive yourself. That one day, pick activity, whether it's playing a video game, going to the park with your dog, treating yourself to a movie, binge watching your favorite series, college football, NFL, basketball, dancing, whatever you like to do, hanging out with your friend. Do something to substitute that time, to take your mind off that, things that you enjoy. That relieve a lot of mental stress. And it helps you be in the moment. Not necessarily help time go by, it helps you be in the moment. That's the difference. Because when you're in the moment, you're enjoying the moment, you get more out of that. It's more quality of your life. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, you got to eat now. That day, get your fruit and vegetable, or fruits and vegetables. Make a meal out of it, however you do it. Juicing, boiling, baking, or whatever, eating it raw. But pick fruit and vegetables that you like. That's the difference. A lot of time we're told, hey, you need to eat certain. You squash, you need to eat corn because of this. Blah, blah, blah. Eat this because of fiber. And we automatically think that, okay, I can't eat my favorite vegetable, which is banana. Yeah, bananas are vegetables because they don't got no seeds. Yeah, we had to educate you on a little something. I just learned that shit. But anyway, just your favorite thing, because you're not going to have a prejudice towards it when you do it. Me, I love pineapple. That's my favorite fruit. I love watermelon too. Vegetables, I love broccoli, especially when it's steamed. You know what I'm saying? I like corn too. So it's going to something that you like, you enjoy, in place of eating fast food. Now you got something you like? Cool. Be creative with it. Juice it. How you want to do it? Decorate it. You have that. You have activity you're doing. Then the next day, go back to your Burger King. Sound bogus, I know, right? But do that for a month. At least be consistent with that. Start programming your mind. Make it be like a routine, a workout. The next month, up it up a little bit. Let's go 2 days. 2 days where you're doing activity, you're eating fruits and vegetables that you like. 5 days a week is Burger King. Month 3 days. 4, 5, etc. 6 or 7 months down the line, you got a whole different lifestyle now. A better quality of life, a more healthy lifestyle. And that's not saying you deprive yourself. Hell, eat your Burger King every once in a while. Hey, I ain't had Burger King in 2 weeks. Let me go eat it. But what's that compared to now? On a weekly basis, you have a more healthier lifestyle rather than just going to eat a Burger King now. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, physically, spiritually, energetically, all that, you're cleansing yourself. You're better, So it's a bit by bit thing. It might seem simple, but it's very hard for a lot of people because it's hard to implement that lifestyle because of distractions, responsibilities. It can be that, oh, this shit ain't gonna work. We all know how that is. But don't put so much pressure on yourself. That's the thing about it. And keep it secret. Keep it to yourself. We tend to want to, share with the world, post it on Facebook, TikTok, make a style out of it. You know what I'm saying? Share with your best friend because we full of excitement, especially if you start working. And that's fine. And that's cool. But discipline yourself and treat yourself, reward yourself, challenge yourself by keeping it secret, because secrecy is power. It gives it more power. It builds your confidence. Then show the results, because when you show the results now, that's going to encourage other people around you. Because a lot of times when you're in a process of something, people might not understand it. And they might genuinely have opinions that they think might help you out, but it might not be for you. It might not match your frequency. You know what I'm saying? But 100% of the times when you show people the end results and they're positive, yeah, you're going to get attention. You're going to get more praise then. You're going to influence other people. You see what I'm saying? So keep it secret. Be consistent. Don't deprive yourself. Do it bit by bit. And watch how that elevates your life, your mental health. You see what I'm saying? So I hope that helped. And something like that can be with anything you do. I just use Burger King, for example, because Burger King popped up in my damn mind. I don't know people's situation, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to recommend that you go, if you're dealing with some kind of narcotics, do that shit 60 days a week, and then just one day you don't do it. No, you got to use some common sense on that, use some logic on that. But with anything in life, for the most part, bit by bit, is one of the safest, if not the safest way to incorporate something into a lifestyle that's been challenging for you, or you're dealing with some kind of unhealthy habit or addiction. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that help you out. I hope you take something from it. And I wish you nothing but the best. I might drop some more dimes. I might not. It's just on my mind and my heart to do. And y'all be easy. Keep elevating. Keep that light bright.